All right. Welcome everyone once again to this wonderful section. You're going to learn a lot in a short time. I just hopefully, it's going to be a short section, maybe 30 minutes or 40 minutes. I'll try to make it so short. So you're welcome. Like I said from the Facebook post, I'll be teaching you how to create online tools, right? I'll show you live examples of online tools I have created in the past. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm not just going to tell you that an online tool is this. I'm going to show you a couple of examples, and I'll show you the one I created for students and how, like the one I created for students in the US, and I sold it. I was broke. I think around November last year, November, December, I had some financial issues. I lost money to a business that I got into, and that was when I came up with that idea, to create an online tool, and started digging, and that was how I came to learn about them, right? Now, in the simplest term, an online tool is basically a tool that makes someone's job to be easy. So, for instance, a carpenter uses a hammer to make their job easy, right? An online tool is like an online hammer that someone uses to make their online job easy. And it might not be their online job that they are making easy. It could be an offline task or something offline that they want to make easy. That tool, that online tool, could help them to make it easy, or it could help them to achieve something. It could help them with many things, right? Before now, you have to be a coder, you have to be a programmer or a developer to build an online tool. But today, that's not the case. You just need common sense to build online tool today, right? And you're going to be needing a couple of tools, AI tools, which I'm going to share everything. I'm going to share the prompts that you'll be needing. So these are the things you'll be needing. I'm sure almost everyone will be familiar with what a prompt is. A prompt is basically what you type into the AI, any of these AI platforms. If it's ChatGPT, you just take that thing you type, those questions you ask, those are what are called prompts. So that we don't think prompt is one thing that, that is non-existent, like one big English. No. Prompts are simply what you type into an AI to get a response. That's what is called prompt, And everybody knows how to prompt, sincerely. That's my conclusion. Everybody knows, if you know how to ask questions, then you know how to prompt. The only difference is some people ask better questions than others. That's the difference between someone that prompts and get a better result than someone that prompts and get a basic result. That's the difference. But everyone knows how to put a prompt. Even if the person has not used AI before, if the person can ask, hi, if the person can type, hi, I am Nonso Ejemezi, who are you? You're asking the AI. That's a prompt, right? So I have a complete prompt that you're going to put into the AI, any of these AI platforms, but I would advise you use ChatGPT for the research. As you can see on my screen, what you need, the first one is a prompt library. The second one is a DeepSeek account. DeepSeek is like an alternative to ChatGPT, and it's a good AI platform. The reason why I am recommending it to build the tool, as you can see on my screen, is because DeepSeek allows you to, you could chat for 4 hours, and you don't have all of the limitation that comes with Claude. Claude would have been a better option. Claude is another AI platform, just like ChatGPT. But the problem with Claude that I noticed of late is that they limit people, they limit you easily. In less than, if you do more than 2, 3 chats, they would limit you for that day, or they are going to limit you for the next 5, 6 hours. So we're going to use Claude for some other people's, which is marketing and sales, to create the marketing and sales blueprints. But we'll use DeepSeek to build the tool. We'll use ChatGPT to generate and structure the idea. Then there's a platform they call Netlify. Netlify is a platform you use to host your tool. Hosting the tool means that the tool has to be live. When you create the tool with any of these AI platforms, let's say you create the tool with DeepSeek, it's not going to be live. Like, someone cannot access it until you upload it on Netlify. Until you upload it on Netlify, that's when you have a link that you could now share with someone to make use of it. There are other platforms, that you could use to host. That's what hosting means, basically. Then you need a Google Doc like this, a Google Doc like the one I'm using for this tutorial, so that when you if you decide to sell the tool that you're going to be creating, if you decide to sell it to lots of people, then you need like a Google Doc to write how the users are going to use it. Like step 1, click here. Step 2, do this. You could do it with Google Doc. You could do it with some other platform. You could use PDF. You could use anything. I'm just using Google Doc so that we're not disorganized, right? And this tz.io for editing the tools interface. Surprisingly, this is a tool that I built. You understand? It's the first example I'm going to use. I'm going to show you with how a tool, So I built this tool so that people could use it to edit websites that they generated with AI. So if you generated a website with AI and you want to edit it, you could use this tool. Or if you generated a tool from this tutorial, you could use this tool, tz.io. It's a tool I built to edit the interface, maybe change some text. Maybe you were supposed to type table 2 or chair 2 or whatever. You want to now change it to something else, right? You could use this tool. So let me open this tool, tz.io. I just want to show you the first example of what a tool looks like, right? So right on my screen, as you can see, this is a tool I built. I built it with AI for people to be able to edit their websites. You could edit a text that is on a website. Let's say you were supposed to type Lagos and you typed Port Harcourt mistakenly. You could just upload the website file here and edit it with this tool. I don't want to do that now because of time, right? But this is a first example of what a tool looks like. You could create something like this, and maybe sell it to people that are building AI tools and ask them to use it to edit their AI websites, right? But this is an example. I'm going to show you other examples, right? I would have said, let me see those comments from you, but I don't know what's wrong with the comment. If I didn't do the settings properly or because I'm using Telegram channels, but we don't care. Let's move on, right? So now, I've already explained what an online tool is, which is the first thing on my outline list. And I've shown you one example, which is this. This is a tool, right? Then, what can you do with this skill? This is the second thing I'll be talking about you could do a lot of things with this. Sorry, what can you do with this skill? You could do a lot of things with learning this skill. You could create a tool for a particular, you could create a tool for a particular industry. Let's say you could create a tool for health workers, or maybe you could create a tool for people in the real estate sector for them to use and calculate, maybe a calculator tool, because there are lots of different tools, calculator, this tool, that tool. Say you create a calculator tool for property managers, for them to use in calculating the number of properties they have in a week or in a month or in a day, I don't know. Or they use it to calculate the revenue that comes in from each deal they close in their property stuff and everything. You could create that kind of tool. You could even create a tool for yourself. Interestingly, this tool that I created, this one I'm showing you now, that I created to edit a website. I created it for myself because I was doing a whole lot of AI. I was creating a whole lot of AI websites earlier this year, and I realized that when I create it, I'll have to prompt the AI. I have to ask the AI over and over to edit it for me, and most times it's tedious. And most times the AI wouldn't give me what I want. So I just said, okay, can I create something that would help me to edit websites easily? And that was how I came up with this tool. I've been using it for myself for almost, funny enough, this is the first time I'm putting it out for people to see. I've been using it privately. So you could learn this skill and use it to create a tool for yourself privately and use it for your business or for your service or anything. Let's say you have an agency. You could use it to calculate, maybe to track numbers and all of these things, right? You could create your own tool for your business. You could package it and sell it to people that would find it vital, that will find it essential, that need it. Like the tool is solving a particular deep problem for those people. You could create it for someone as a service. Remember, I've mentioned 3 things you could use it for. You could build it and sell to many, more like one to many, which is like the one I told you I created for students. I'm going to show you guys that shortly. You could now create it for yourself and use it to make 1 or 2 things in your business easier. Or you could now offer it as a service to business owners, like one-on-one service, like I can create this tool for you that is going to do this for your business, right? These are some of the things you could use it for. By the end of this section, by the end of this tutorial, you might have gotten your own personal ideas on how you can use it. I'm not the one to determine how you use it, but I'm just giving you a clue of what I've used it for personally. So you could now discover other ways to use it, but I just want to show you that this is possible, right? And you have to watch this video over and over again so that you grab most of the things I said here, right? So the third one on our outline is how to generate online tool ideas. So I don't just want to tell you that an online tool is this, you can use it for this, then I leave you to go home like, oh yeah, go, I don't finish. No, that would be bullshit. It wouldn't make sense, right? So that's why I'll still show you how to generate these online tool ideas. You don't have to, the online tools are not, you don't have to create a tool around something you know. You create it based on what people are looking to solve, right? That's the idea. Forget about what you know and everything. Yeah, like I said, you could create for your personal use around what you know, but if the idea is to monetize it, then you should start looking at what are the problems people are looking for, something to just a tool, an online tool to solve. And funny thing is, most people, they don't know that a tool can solve a problem, a small problem they are having in their business. They don't have an idea. That's where you have to come in. And then you're going to be using, if you want to really if you want to create a business out of this, then I would advise that you use Facebook ads. You understand? If you get small money for pockets, use Facebook ads and package it and sell. You go sell. I did it, but I did it to the foreign audience. I didn't sell to Nigerians. And the fourth one is how to build and set up an online tool. I have prompts here. All of the prompts. You're going to copy these prompts, and it's going to help you with number 3, number 4, and number 5. Right? I'll share the prompt with you guys when I'm done at the end of the section. So before we move, let me show you. Can anyone hear me? I think my network is disconnected. Martha, can you confirm if you can hear me and if you can see my screen?
Yes, I can hear you, but your video is paused now.
How long has it been paused?
Just now.
That's serious. Let me minimize it. Can you see it now? Can you see the screen?
No, not yet. Yes, it's up now.
Okay, that's serious. Okay, I think if I close the page, that's when the video gets paused
again.
Okay, I know what's causing it. Let me do this quickly. Can you see the screen now?
Not yet.
Okay. This is serious. You guys should bear with me. I'm coming. Okay, so shortly I'll show you guys. I wanted to do that quickly.
We can see your screen now.
Yeah, I think Telegram shows just one screen at a time. That's what caused it. So I created the first set of tools I created. I used the Google Sites, but I'm not going to show you how to use Google Sites today. I'll just show you how to use Netlify, like I mentioned. So I created these tools, Student Success Calculator Bundle, right? I created these tools. They were about 5, okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them. I created them last year, and let me show you what it looks like. So you just have an idea of what a tool looks like before we move to the main tutorial. So click here to access student GPA calculator. So if I click on this is a GPA calculator for students, right? This is what it looks like. This is a tool I created, you understand, and I sold it to students in the US. This is what it looks like. They just insert a couple of things: course name, credits, add course, add semester, and when they are done with this, they are going to see they could now calculate their GPA. Then this one is student loan calculator. What I did was I created a couple of them and I packaged them together as a bundle, right? So this one is student loan calculator. It's mostly used by people in first world countries. Student savings and budget calculator. You see how it looks. They could use it to calculate their budget and everything. So this is what a tool looks like, an online tool. Like I said, you could, when you start digging, you now find out that most of the big fields, education, health, any of these fields, when you start digging, you now realize that they all need tools. right? Small tools that could help them to do little things. And fortunately, these tools, you don't require any kind of, like, you don't need to pay for anything for these tools to be running, right? These tools could run offline. Like they could run, you don't need the internet connection for them to, work. That's the beautiful thing about how I structured this tool creation. There are some of them that you need to maybe pay for ChatGPT advanced subscription, premium, and everything. But the ones I'll be showing you how to build with the prompts I'll provide, they don't need to run on anything. You just need to create the file and start using it. So 30 minutes gone already. Let's create our first tool. I wanted to show you guys what a tool looks like. So we're going to create a first tool. Let me go back and switch my screen. Again, I'll go back to this. Okay, Martha, can you confirm if you can see my new screen?
Yes, but it's like picture-in-picture mode, kind of. I can see your screen, but it's just showing.
Okay, you should be able to see it now. So we're going to...
Yes, it's up now.
Yes. So the first thing we're going to do, let me open my prompt. So this is a tool idea digger prompt. This is what I named it after. This is a prompt I've been using for some time, and I'll be sharing it to you guys after this section. So the first prompt is let me show you the first prompt we have here, which is the tool idea digger prompt, is this one: how to generate online tool ideas. So this is where we're starting, right? So if I go back here, this is a prompt. This prompt is what you use to generate these ideas, online tool ideas. So I'll copy this prompt. Let me open my ChatGPT first. Remember, I said we're going to use ChatGPT for research. Sorry, for generating and structuring the idea. So we're using ChatGPT for this first prompt. You could use any other AI you want to use, but for the purpose of this, we're using ChatGPT. So my ChatGPT account is open, and I'm going to copy this prompt till I get to this part, right? So I'll copy it and get back to ChatGPT and paste it. Okay, so the prompt I created is the one that would generate two ideas for us, right? After this one, we're going to go to the next prompt. So if I hit the enter button, we'll wait for it to... Okay, it's asking me this is what it's going to ask you first, right? So I'll pick a random market. So it's asking, what industry, niche, profession, or market would you like to explore? Let's say I want to explore real estate. That means I want to find a tool idea for people that could solve a problem for people in the real estate industry, right? So I'll click here and let's see what it comes up with. This is going to be a whole lot of text, so I'll just skim through all of this, and so it's giving the analysis in the industry. daily frustrations, industry analysis, daily frustrations, comparing multiple properties manually. This is one of the frustrations that people in the real estate industry usually face. They face another problem like calculating investment result and returns. Now, you see, everything is coming together. You could create a tool that will help them to calculate investment returns. You could create a tool that would help them to estimate renovation cost. So this is the idea. You see why I said I have done almost the whole job for you. It, you just pick one of these ideas, right? So, but what I did was part of the prompt. Part of the prompt I pasted just now would help you to decide the best tool, the best pain, or the best problem to create a tool around. So you don't have to. You could just read this for reading's sake, but it's going to suggest the best. Like it's going to recommend the best at the end of this result. So I scrolled to the end, right? And if I scroll to the end, I'll see best opportunity. This is how you're going to see it when you're doing this. In any niche you pick, in any field you pick, this is how you're going to. So best opportunity is suggested that we create maximum offer price calculator, right? This the core problem, as you can see, real estate investors lose thousands because they don't know the highest price they can safely pay for a property. You see? So two concepts. A web tool that instantly calculates the maximum safe offer price based on the investor's desired profit and renovation cost, right? So you see, it has suggested this. So this is the tool. It even suggested the ideal buyers, people that would buy this kind of tool. Real estate investors, wholesalers, house flippers, acquisition manager, and blah, blah, blah. You see, it suggested the selling price to basic version, 29 to this. So this is what the prompt is going to generate for you, right? You just pick any niche. You could pick health, you could just tell it to generate around agriculture, health, home services, anything, right? And explore till you find a good idea. But like I said, it's going to suggest a good idea for you, which is under this best opportunity, this one, right? So I'll come back to the prompt. Now we want to build the tool. This is the phase where we build the tool. So what do? I'll go to DeepSeek. Remember, I told you we're going to use DeepSeek to build the tool because DeepSeek is unlimited. I don't want to say it's unlimited, but you would hardly hit a limit on DeepSeek as and when compared to Claude AI. So we want to build now. I'll go back to the prompt. The second prompt, remember the first prompt is for idea generation. The second prompt is for a tool builder prompt, right? So what we're going to do is when you get to this point, you're going to copy the idea, the best opportunity idea, which is this one in our own case, maximum offer price calculator. I'll copy it and go to this prompt. Let me read the prompt a little. You're a senior software engineer, UI, designer, and optimization expert. Your task is to build a complete production-ready web tool. So what I'll do is to insert, you see in this bracket, I said insert the selected tool here. So in your own case, you're going to replace this with this tool, the tool idea that ChatGPT recommended for you. That is what you're going to replace with in this space, right? So when you do that, that's all you need. So I'll have to copy this prompt up to this point. I'll tell you why I stopped here. right? So that I'll tell you, but let's paste this prompt into DeepSeek. This is the builder prompt. This prompt will build it on DeepSeek. On DeepSeek, I would advise you select deep thinking option. If you open your DeepSeek, this deep thinking option is going to be off. So I would advise you select it so that it would be functional. It's going to be active. If you select it, you select smart search, so that the reason is because you want the responses you're getting to be in depth, so that it's not shallow. That's why you're going to be picking both options, right? So I have done that, and I'm going to click on enter. So now it's asking a couple of questions. You see these questions? That's where the next set of prompts will come in. The questions is asking, see, look at the questions is asking. Which two ideas do I choose? What is the specific use case? Who will use it? If I allow you to start answering all of these questions, it's going to be difficult for you to build this tool, right? So what I did was I provided a prompt that you're now going to take back to ChatGPT to generate the answers to these questions. The reason why DeepSeek is asking these questions is because it's asking so that it can build the best tool for you, right? He's asking you, what do you want? How do you want the tool to look like? What do you want? What is the name you want? And all of those things. You don't want to do that by yourself because it's going to stress the hell out of you, especially since you're not in real estate. So the next prompt is what you're now going to paste into ChatGPT and take the answers that ChatGPT will provide you with and take it back to DeepSeek, right? If you're following me, let me see the comment. I don't know where the comment is going to appear, but let's try something. Let me see if you can comment, because I need to be sure that everyone is following me and this is not becoming complicated, right? So this is a prompt here, but let me read this out. After pasting the above prompt is this one on the prompt on the prompt about building. This is a building prompt, the one we just okay, that means someone commented in the channel. Okay, all right. So after pasting the above prompt, Claude or ChatGPT or DeepSeek would ask you a couple of questions on how you prefer the tool is built. Simply copy those questions, right? And when you copy those questions, we'll now take it to ChatGPT. So let me copy all of these questions that I'll copy all these questions that DeepSeek generated. When I copy these questions, I'll go back to ChatGPT and paste those questions. But before I paste the question, there is a prompt I'll paste so that ChatGPT will understand what I want. Remember, these questions are the questions we are going to provide answers to so that DeepSeek can build this our calculator, so it can understand the calculator better. This tool is a calculator tool that is building for us, right? Which is maximum offer price calculator. So if I go back here is a prompt. I want to build this tool with DeepSeek, and I gave it the building prompt. Then he asked me the questions below. Kindly help me with the best answers I can feed it with. So if I copy this, I will now put it. I'll go to ChatGPT. Remember, we've copied the question. So I will insert it before. Let me paste it before the questions. I want to build this tool with DeepSeek and you understand? So these are the questions. And ChatGPT is going to provide the answers The answers I'll take the answers, go back to DeepSeek and paste these answers. The answers are so many. I'll not read them. I'll just paste them on DeepSeek, right? So as you can see, one more time, let me show you. Let me just break this down. I pasted the prompts that DeepSeek is going to use in building the tool. But DeepSeek wants to ask me some questions first so that it can give me the best tool out there, like it can build a better tool for me. Those questions, I had to take those questions back to ChatGPT so that ChatGPT can provide the answers for me. And to do that, I took the answers, the questions to ChatGPT, but I added a prompt, which is this prompt before the question, so that ChatGPT can understand what to generate, which I did, and ChatGPT has generated the answers. As you can see, here's the answers it generated. Tool name, this, and specific use case. This tool is designed for real estate investors, this. And primary use, target users. These are all of the answers to the questions that DeepSeek asked us. I'm emphasizing on this part because it's important so that you don't get stuck. And like I said, watch this video over and over so that you don't miss out on the important things like this. So I have copied, let me copy the answers. I'll go back to DeepSeek and paste it. And when I paste it, then it starts building the tool. So we're going to wait and see the outcome, right? So it's analyzing all of the questions, all of the answers I provided, and it's going to start building the tool in a matter of minutes, or let's say in less than a minute it's supposed to be done, right? So let's wait a little, and let me see if I have any comments. If you have a question, please let me see the question in the comment section. I think I saw a comment that came in. I don't know if it's inside the channel that the comment came in. I'm really confused about how Telegram channels work. Sincerely confused. But if you have a question, if you're confused anywhere, let me know before we get to the final phase, because we're getting to the close of this. And once our tool is done, I'm going to show you how to upload it on Netlify and how to put the marketing prompt, and we're going to be done. Someone asked the question, so can we get the prompt after the class? Yes, everyone will get access to the prompt after the class. Okay, I can now see where the comment sections are showing. Wow, this is crazy. Good. Okay, so it's building the tool, and it's going to be done soon. So let me get those questions if you have any of them. If you're confused anywhere, maybe this is your first time of hearing online tools, and everything. Let me get those questions. With time, if you go through the prompts properly, read through everything in that prompt, read through them thoroughly, like go through them, and then you're going to understand it easier. When you have access to the prompts, everything is going to be like a piece of cake for you. Trust me, it's going to be so easy, right? And secondly, okay, it's done. It's done. So when it's done generating the tool, when it gets to this point, yes. Someone asked if we can get the recording. Yes, it's going to be published on YouTube after the class. So when it's done with the tool, it's going to tell you that it's done, right? And this tool is built around the Clear workflow. This is is done with the tool. When it writes any of these things, you know that it's done. So what we're going to do is we're going to test the tool to see if it's working, right? And to do that, you click on this option, which is run, right? This is the code that I generated for the tool, and I'll show you. We're going to download it and upload it on Netlify after we're done. But before we do that, we'll click on Run to test the tool, right? So if I click here, it's going to display the tool. So this is our tool that we have built. We built it for people in the real estate industry, right? And the name of the tool is Maximum Offer Price Calculator. Remember, it was ChatGPT that recommended this tool to us, right? So see what the tool does. Never overpay for another property again. So this tool solves a painful problem that people in the real estate industry are facing. But I don't want to go through all of those because it's not necessary now. The most important thing is that you confirm that the tool we built is working. So here's what I'm going to do. The next prompt that I created here is going to help us generate some details that will help you test the tool, right? Remember, the tool you might end up creating will not be in your industry. So you might not understand some of the things you need to input into the tool to test it. That's why I created this prompt, the next one. So as you can see, I said after it is done building the tool, you need to test it to see if it's fully functional. In order to do that, kindly ask the AI to generate test details for you so that you use it in testing the tool. Use this prompt to generate the test details. So I'm going to copy this prompt, go back to ChatGPT. Remember, ChatGPT is your research tool at this stage. DeepSeek is the tool that you're using is the AI platform you're using to build the tool. You use ChatGPT to research ideas and do this. Then DeepSeek is to build. If you use ChatGPT to build, the problem is ChatGPT is not going to give you this quality of tool. The best AI platform I would have used to build this is Claude AI. But Claude, they mad. Any little thing, they would limit your usage. Claude would build a more fanciful tool compared to this, but this is good. This one we built is so good, right? Now, I'll go back to ChatGPT and okay, someone asked what of Lovable. The problem with Lovable is Lovable is a paid tool, right? And if you build with Lovable, for you to refine the tool, you would likely have to pay a subscription, right, to refine it and everything. But with DeepSeek, it's free. You understand? You could build lots of tools with DeepSeek for free. And Lovable is going to ask you for subscription. But you could use Lovable. You could use the same prompts, put it on Lovable, and it's going to generate a better interface for you, like a tool that has a better interface and everything, right? But if you have the funds to go and do Lovable, to do it on Lovable or Replit or any of these other platforms, you could. But the reason why I'm using DeepSeek is because most people here wouldn't be ready to pay for Lovable, right? So I'm using everything for free. I think ChatGPT said we're out of messages with the most. Okay. Yeah, we could still chat. So what I'm pasting here is help me generate random test details I can use to test the tool to confirm that it's fully functional. So if I type this, ChatGPT will generate test details I would use to test the tool that we just created. Let me open. This is a tool. Let me pick any of these test details. ARV 320,000. So I'll go back here. Property address. Let me just put a random address. This is a random address. ARV, which is this. So I could just put 320,000. Like this purchase price. Let me check the purchase price. Repair cost 45,000. Okay. Purchase price. Okay, let me just put a random figure. The idea is just to test the two. Renovation cost. Let me see if there's a renovation cost. Repair cost. Okay, I think repair cost and renovation cost is the same. So I'll copy this, come to renovation costs, and insert it here. Okay, closing cost. Sorry, not renovation cost. Okay, this is repair cost, closing costs. Okay, closing cost is 8,000. I didn't see that. So we could just put random numbers here, but I just want some kind of accuracy because the tool is going to provide an outcome. It's going to provide the result after we have imputed these details. So 45,000. Holding cost, let's go back here. Holding cost is 6,000. Insurance is what? Okay, we're just going to put a random figure. Let's say 9,000. Okay, 90,000. And property tax. Let me see if there is property tax. Okay, I'll find it here. Let me just put a random figure. It's 9,000. Loan repayment. Okay. Say 45,000. So what we're doing is we want to test these two, but I'm just putting random figures so that we could test it. 46,000 selling costs, agent commission, selling closing costs, desired profit, 900. Safety margin, okay, let's leave it at 10. Assignment fee, this is optional, but let's just put a random figure too, right? So now we've filled in. If I was a real estate agent before using this tool, I'll have to fill in all of these details. These details would vary from person to person, you understand? As you can see, they are all numbers like after repair value, purchase price, acquisition cost, renovation cost, holding cost, property taxes, and everything, right? So if I scroll down, now to test this tool, I've filled in all the details. What do I do next? I'll click on calculate deal. So if I click on calculate deal, if this tool is working, it's going to show us this maximum offer this thing, because that's what it's doing. Maximum offer price calculator is going to calculate the maximum offer for this particular deal, right? So real estate people in the real estate sector will understand what this tool does better, right? So I'll click on calculate deal. This is the result that I came up with. That means the tool is working. As you can see, maximum allowable offer 0. Net profit 126, this, loss projected, profit margin 39.4, whatever, deal score 0/100, danger, risk rating high, based on margin, this, and even gave a detailed breakdown. You see all of the detailed breakdown, right? You see, you can copy this result that you gave. You can print it, with PDF, in PDF format. You could do all of these things, right? You could download the results in PDF. So imagine selling this tool. Here's the idea. You sell this tool. If you want to sell this tool to people in the real estate industry in the US, for instance, because Nigerian real estate people, they're not going to understand. They might not need this because they don't do this kind of real estate, right? Let's say you want to sell it to the people in the US or the UK. Then you can now target your traffic, maybe on Facebook, with Facebook ads. If you have money, Facebook ads to the US, you could sell it for maybe $29, one-time fee. It's not a subscription or anything. You just sell it one-time fee. You send them. By then, you would have uploaded it tool on Netlify. The tool would be working perfectly like this, right? And you send them just the link when they are done buying, and that's it, right? So that's the idea. Most people are teaching how you can sell PDFs and all of those things. They still work. I think PDFs still work and everything, but selling a tool is on another level because every day, almost every day that the real estate the real estate agent has a deal, or the investor, okay, I think he's an investor too. The investor has a property deal that they send to them. They are going to open this tool and use it. So it's a tool. It's not an information. It's not something on PDF how to make more money. No, this is a tool that they need in their business. That's what I'm trying to put. That's what I'm trying to make you understand, right? So now we're done with testing it and it's working. What is the next thing? We're going to now download the tool file, right? And to do that, click on download. If you're following me, let me see in the comment section. I know you people are paying attention, like, so that you don't miss anything. No worry, it's going to be uploaded on YouTube, and I'll share the prompt with you. You're just going to follow me step by step, right? So for now, let me know the people that are following. If you're learning something, if you've learned something, let me see in the comment section. I'll be rounding off in, say, 10 minutes, and we're going to be off. We're going to be done with this, and let me click on download. So if I click on download, it's going to download the file. This is the file, right? It has downloaded it, as you can see, right? So what's the next thing we're going to do? We'll go to Netlify. Remember, we have an outline. What's our outline? Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for that comment. I appreciate it. I really want to take everyone along, right? I know it's going to be strange to most people, but trust me, anybody can build this. If you can copy and paste, and if you have common sense, then you're good to go, right? So remember, we have an outline. So we are here, how to build. Okay, we're done with how to build and set up the online tool. Okay, we're done with how to build. We'll talk about how to set up the online tool, which is this. And that's where, okay, time to build and ship. Yes. Thank you so much, knowledge based. So we're done with using DeepSeek to build the tool. We're done with using ChatGPT to generate and structure the idea. We're done with, okay, we're going to come to Claude shortly, but let's upload this tool to Netlify. So the first thing you do is open a Netlify account. I have an account already on Netlify. So when you want to open, if you want to do that, go to netlify.com, as you can see on my screen. So when you go to netlify.com, you click on sign up and create an account. But I have an account, so I'll click on login and I'll show you how to. It's so easy, like it's the easiest thing ever to upload this tool on Netlify so that it's going to be live. I'll show you in a matter of seconds. Okay, Netlify is free until you upload about if you upload up to, I think if you upload up to 4 tools or 4 websites on Netlify, then they will start charging you. But I think 4 or 3, it should be 4 or 3 tools or 3 websites on Netlify. Those ones will be free until you start uploading more than 4, right? Then I think that's when they would ask you to pay, right? So you just limit it, and you could create different Netlify accounts. Let's say your Netlify has maybe your limit has been passed. You could use another email to create another Netlify account and still, upload other tools, like I'm doing here, because this is one of my Netlify accounts. I think I have about 6 or 7 of it, over time. As you can see on this account, I have one website that I created for someone. That was last night. As you can see, I deployed it here. I uploaded it here, right? Okay, Netlify is a host company, but is a free host. That's the idea. They call it a free host. Except that if you upload so many things, they would ask you to pay. So it's a host company, yes. It's just a host company. So this is my Netlify account. When you create your account, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see it like this, except that nothing will be here. But anything you start uploading, any tool that you upload will show here like this. But when you open it, you'd see nothing here. So the first thing you do is to click on Add New Project. When you click on it, then you scroll to the bottom, which is this option, upload your project files, right? So what you do is you click on this option, Browse Files to Upload. This is the option you're going to pick. This is listing so that you don't make a mistake. There are two options here, Browse Files to Upload and Choose a Folder. There are some tools. Let me say there are some websites, because you could use this to upload a website. We're building a tool, right? So I don't want to talk about websites today. If you're building a website, most websites come with more than one file, right? That's why it might appear in a folder. That's when you use this option. But remember, the tool we built is just a single file. That's why you need to choose this one, Browse Files to Upload, not Choose a Folder. So if I click here, it's going to take me my PC storage, and as you can see, I don't know if anyone can see this screen if it's showing, but if it's not showing, fine. What I did was I selected the tool we just built. So selected it, selected the tool, and when it gets to this point, I've selected the tool to upload it on Netlify. So it's asking me rename to index.html. Please click on this rename and deploy option. If you don't, it's not going to work. If you click on this deploy without renaming, it's not going to work. So I'll click on rename and deploy. When I do that, it's now going to upload the file. You see it's showing uploading down here, and it's going to be done shortly. Boom, it's done. So it's ready, right? So this is the link. This is a link to your tool. Now, you could edit this so that you edit it in a way that it's not going to be this leafy, mushy, whatever. And to do that, you go to your project configuration and then come down to project name, change project name. So you come to change project name and you remove this. What's the name of our project? Our project name is Maximum Offer. Okay, let me just copy it. And I'll go back here and save the name, right? Okay, it's not, did it copy? Let me see. Okay, let me just type it manually. Maximum offer. Maximum offer price calculator. So if I say you could use a shorter name for it. This is for educational purposes, right? So I'll click on save and that name will be saved. So this is what it looks like. So you see maximum offer price calculator.netlify.app. This is the link to the tool, right? If much later, if you have money, you could now buy maybe a domain the domain name, maybe this domain name, maximumofferpricecalculator.com. If you buy it, you could still come here and add that domain here, and it's going to reflect here. But I don't want to do that because that's not the reason why we're here. That's another process altogether. You could watch YouTube videos on how to add domain, custom domain. It's called custom domain. A custom domain is like a domain that has, let's say you buy maximumofferpricecalculator.com and you want when they click on that and .com, not the .netlify, they click on maximumofferpricecalculator.com, it's going to show the two. That's a custom domain. You could come under this domain management and do it, but that's another process. And we don't have a domain yet for this, right? So you could, for me, you could use this and sell the two. Nobody will give a fuck about it. Nobody cares, right? So if I click on this link, this is our tool. You see, the tool has been uploaded. This is how the tool would look, right? And I'll tell you something. If there is when we built it on, how long does it last with Netlify? It's free, like it's lifetime. There is no limit until the only time Netlify would limit you is when you uploaded more than 4, like I said. I think 3 or 4. I'm not too sure. But this is free, like forever, according to them. I don't know. They might change their mind tomorrow. I don't work with Netlify, so I wouldn't know. But for now, I've tested it and it's totally free, you know. So what was I saying? Now, let me tell you something before we get to the last phase of our building, which is marketing. I'm going to provide a prompt for that. I'm not a full Facebook ad expert or anything. So the prompt is there for you to use at your own ease, right? So what I'll do is, okay, I wanted to tell you about changing the interface, right? So when we created this tool, right, if you watch closely, the tool has, the background is plain. You see, it's plain, you know, white. It doesn't have this fancy look and everything. If you want to make it look good, although I'm not that kind of person, I love simplicity. You know, my own are just, let me do something that is working. But if you really want to refine it, let's say design-wise, you know, make the design to look better. Like, I'm not talking about changing what has been done. I'm talking about making the background, maybe the background will be black and white or green or whatever. You could come back here and ask DeepSeek, just tell it anything you want to change. To tell it, I want a black background and with red text or with red font. It's going to change it for you without altering anything that has been done. Just tell it you want to change this. But I don't want to do that here because it's not necessary. But you could do it on your own, right? Yes, you're right. The interface, Mr. Knowledge Base, the interface should be aesthetically good, according to you. You're very right. But this is a tutorial, so I don't want to go over that because it's going to take a whole lot of time, right? Now, another thing is if you want to change text, maybe you want to change this deal pro, maybe this deal offer pro, you want to change it to something else. And then let's say you don't want to use this AI platform. You don't want to tell the AI, because if you tell the AI to change it for you, it's going to rebuild, start all over again to start building the tool and everything. That's where you could use my platform, which I built. So let me show you shortly. I want to advertise my platform here so that you people will use it. You guys will use it. It's a way to pay me back. It's one of the ways you're going to pay me back. But if you don't want to use it, you could use DeepSeek and finish up anything you want to edit. So if I want to edit something, a text, like I said, from that tool that I built, if I click on this option, drop your HTML file here, and I select that tool. So here is the tool that we built, right? And let's say I want to change this deal offer pro, like I said. If I click on it, it's so easy to edit. So I could just come here, maybe I want to change it to deal offer to by Nonso Oyedewezi. You see, my name now na global name. It's on it too. So let's say this is what I want to change it to. If I want to change it to this, I want to change this deal analyzer. Maybe I want to change it to deal formulator. You understand? I could come here and type it. It's going to change. That's the idea behind my own tool. You know, if I want to change this holding cost, I could come here and type another thing. It's going to reflect here, right? So you just select the section that you want to edit. But like I said, my tool would change the text alone. It's not changing the background and all of. Yeah, I think it changes background. Have I tested it? Okay, I think it does. Yes, it does. I think it does. This is background color. Okay, it does. Yes. I don't know. Let me know. I cannot go to something to spoil everything. But the idea is you could use it to edit tests. You could use it to edit all of these tests, any of these tests, right? So when you're done editing the test, you click on save and download. So when you click on save and download, it's now going to save. It's going to save as another file. Then what you do is, since you've made changes in the tool, or even if it's a website, it mustn't be a tool like this. If you built a website and you want to edit any of the tests, you know, without being a coder, this is the tool for you. I swear to God, if you enjoy this tool, die. So if I click on save and download, it has downloaded the tool, as you can see on my screen. It has downloaded the edited version, sorry. And I could now go back to, if I did that editing, I'm going to go back to project overview on Netlify. I'll go to project overview and go back to the same browse files to upload. Now, you know what I want to do? I want to upload the edited version of, if I want to upload the edited version, that thing I changed, the version that I changed, I'll go back here, click this upload and download and upload the file, the edited file that I just saved, right? When I upload it, I'll click on deploy like I did. It's going to now reflect under this link. It's going to replace the first one that was not edited, the first one I uploaded. I hope you guys understood this part, right? So that's the idea, right? So if you changed anything, let's say the background, you know, let's say you haven't downloaded it yet, like I have downloaded it, you wanted to work on a couple of things before downloading, I would advise you do all of the corrections and everything here before clicking on download, except that you have downloaded it and you now remember something you were supposed to change. Maybe, or you might test the tool like I tested it and it might not be working. If that's the case, please tell the AI that the tool is not working. It's going to fix it for you. Just give it a simple instruction like, this tool is not working. It is displaying this error, because if it's not working, it's going to display some kind of errors like this is not correct or anything. Take that error that it gave you and impute it here and tell DeepSeek that the tool is not working and it's displaying this kind of error. Please help me and fix it. It's going to fix it for you. You go collect €1 from your hand to fix that. You understand? So that is it for the tool building. And what next? Let's go to our last prompt. You know, we have one more prompt that is left. Okay, so after you're done testing the tool, remember we've tested it and we've uploaded it. Ask ChatGPT to give you to generate, sorry, not give. Let me remove this. To generate a short summary of the tool. So you can use the information it will provide for the next phase. It will provide for you. It will provide for the next phase, which is to create a blueprint for selling the tool. So what you're now going to do is you're going to copy this prompt and go back to ChatGPT. You copy it to this part. Go back to ChatGPT and paste it. I'll tell you why you should do that. If you don't do this, it's going to be difficult for you to create a blueprint to sell the tool. Remember, this is the last phase. Sell the tool using paid ads. We are going to use Claude for this part because Claude is like the best, it's like the best AI, to give you the marketing angle. But before we need to provide Claude with what the summary of what we built, so that it's going to give us the best marketing blueprint. That's why we are copying this prompt. This prompt is going to give us a summary of the tool that we're now going to take to Claude and ask it to create a marketing blueprint for us. Right? So we'll go back to ChatGPT. Remember, when you're using ChatGPT, you maintain the old chart. Anything you want to put, you go back to the old chart so that it gives you a reasonable, streamlined answer or answers. So I'm going to paste this and ask for the summary, right? So it gives me the summary. When it gives me the summary, I'll go to Claude AI. Let me open Claude AI. So let's see what ChatGPT has generated. So as you can see, tool summary. What is the name of the tool? Due offer pro, maximum offer, whatever. What industry is it for? Real estate, house flipping, wholesaling. What problem does it solve? It solves the problem of investors overpaying or making wrong decisions due to poor or slow deal analysis. So you see, this is a summary of the tool, and the summary is what we are going to use in generating our marketing templates. So I'll copy to this point. What country am I targeting? United States primarily. This is, So I'll copy this. Go to Claude. Yeah. Okay. I'll click, copy this, go to Claude and paste it there. But before I go, sorry, I'm coming. Let me see my prompt once again. Okay. Yes, I think I skipped something. Let's do this. Let me remove this. So what we're going to do is, first of all, we are going to copy this prompt first. This is the prompt we're going to copy. When we copy it, we paste it into Claude. This prompt is the prompt that is supposed to generate our marketing blueprint, right? So we will copy it into Claude. And Claude is now going to ask us to give a summary of the tool we want it to generate a marketing blueprint for. That's where we now go back to what ChatGPT generated for us, which is this summary. And Claude cannot provide a marketing blueprint if we don't give it that summary, right? That was why I said this prompt is going to come before the summary, right? If you follow me. So I'll come back here and paste the summary that ChatGPT generated for us. The Claude is going to generate the marketing blueprint. The marketing blueprint is where I'm not going to teach you how to go about that because different tools would require different marketing approach. And for me, I paid someone, I paid someone to, I used Facebook ads. I paid someone in the US to run Facebook ads for me then. The person tried, I think, TikTok ads. I really don't know the details because I'm not into advertising, right? So you are going to, with this marketing blueprint that Claude would provide for you, you would you're going to dig further, dig further on how you can market this properly. It's going to give you a blueprint, like step by step, how you're going to set up the ads on Facebook or any other platform, how you're going to price it, how you're going to package it. That's the blueprint. But we can't do that here because it's not even possible, right? So you're going to go with the blueprint and learn more about marketing. Like go to Facebook, YouTube and watch videos on how to set up ads. I don't even know how to set up ads to start with. So I'm not teaching you how to do something I don't have a good idea about, right? So that's where you go ahead and set up your own marketing blueprint. And now it still depends on what you want to do with the tool, you want to do with the skill. If you want to go to Upwork and start offering it as a skill, fine. If you want to reach out to small business owners and tell them that I can create a tool for your business that will do this, fine. But for me, I would suggest you should package the tool and sell it, sell it and make your money. That's what I would suggest. And you could even create for Nigerian businesses. I'm using these examples. I'm targeting the US with these instances that I gave. Or you could, when you select an industry and all of those structuring that you're going to do with ChatGPT, you tell ChatGPT that this is a market that you add it, it's part of the prompt. It's going to ask you those questions. You tell it Nigeria instead of some other country. That is if you want to target Nigerian businesses to sell a tool to them, right? So while he's trying to create the blueprint, I'll show you one more tool that okay. What's the name of that tool? There's a tool I created. I'm trying to think where I saved it. I wanted to show you how it works. Okay, let me see if I can do that quickly. I'll have to swap my screen to do that. I'll show you that quickly before we round up for today. Let me see. If you're following, let me see the comment section if you're following. And secondly, if you have any question, ask quickly because I have rounded up like this, Once Claude is done generating the blueprint, then I'll be rounding off for this section. I'm trying to look for the tool that, okay, what's the name of that tool? Let's see, doc. Okay, I think I've seen it. So, as you can see on my screen, this is one of the first tools that I created. I created it for people that want to. You're welcome. Honor, thank you so much too. Thanks for being here. So this is one of the tools I created. I just wanted to show you that I have created lots of tools, before now. This tool is for people that want to create, if you want to create your business card, if you want to create customer review card. This one, I did it mainly for people in the US, that audience. I had them in mind when I did this, but I haven't launched it yet. I'll be launching it maybe in the next 2-3 months. I'm still testing it, right? Um, it's just to create business cards, right? Product card, digital business card, and all of these things, right? So you could create something like this sincerely. Create something like this for, this is for people that, if you want to create tools for people on Instagram that they want to create a customer review and they want to make it look beautiful, let me just click on this and you see how it works. If the customer said something, you just type it here. I enjoyed the service. You could create something like this and sell it in bulk. I enjoyed this service. You see, you could put the customer name here. I don't want to go through all of that because of time, but you could create something like this sincerely, and sell it as a tool to people. You just package it and sell it as a tool to people, right? What I would do is I haven't talked. I had to skip the part of packaging it, like putting the tool, maybe uploading. Using a platform like Seller or Paystack to sell the tool. Or if you're selling to people in the US or Europe, you could use Gumroad.com. I think I'm going to do. I don't know how soon. Maybe. Because we're here now, what I will do is I'm going to hold another section on packaging the tool. That section could be like for 20 minutes or 25 minutes or less. I'll just hold a section on how you could package the tool, like how you could use Gumroad.com to sell it, like to receive payment. And they're going to send it to your Nigerian account, right? That was the one I used. I skipped that part because it's going to make this section to be lengthy. The section is already lengthy, 1 hour plus, right? So, but for now, we're going to round off here. If I have to hold another section to teach you packaging, I'm not talking about marketing, because I won't teach you marketing. I'm not good in Facebook advertising. The marketing I'm talking about is not organic. I'm good with organic marketing, but I'm not good with advertising. Now, would you want to use organic marketing? You could try it, but for me, it's going to stretch, it's going to overstretch you. And you don't want that. You want something you could get results with, right? So let's check Claude. If Claude is done with the marketing blueprint. So you see, it's done. Section 1, customer profile, ideal customer. The ideal buyer is an active or aspiring real estate investor doing 2 to 20 deals a year. Anybody that is a real estate investor that wants to use this tool, it won't take them anything to pay you maybe $10, $15, $20 to buy this tool. And now you could sell it 1,000 times because it's a tool. They use it privately for their own use. It doesn't bother that it's not your problem, right? They could use it. So see what Claude did. It has given us a complete profile. Even sales offer. The sales offer that you would use, you see, sales offer, core offer, instantly calculate. You could even use this opportunity. What I would advise is when Claude generates this marketing blueprint for you, then you ask it to write copy, could even ask it to give you ideas on how you could package it. That is if I don't hold the packaging section, that part. But if I hold it, you could still ask it because, man, I want you guys to explore a whole lot of things by yourself. It mustn't be everything that also taught you that you must follow. You just try out some things by yourself and see what works. So this is what the marketing blueprint looks like. You read it from beginning to end, and you now know how to package it and sell, right? That's why I gave that prompt. So we've come to the end of this section tutorial. If you have any question, I don't know if some persons asked some questions. I saw some messages that came in, some comments. Okay. Shekina, thank you for the section. Thank you so much, and thank you, Martha. Thank you so much. Knowledge based. Thank you so much for your wonderful comments. Honor, thank you too. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you every one of you that was present for this, and I'll be uploading it on YouTube. When I'm done uploading it on YouTube, I'll drop the link here. Then, if I can, I would hold another section for the packaging. When I'm done holding that section, I'm going to close down this channel, right? Not charging you guys a dime. That's why I'm closing it down, so that you won't think maybe I did this because there's something I'm looking for. The only thing I was looking for is to grow my YouTube channel, which is not a bad bargain. Like, I teach you this for free, and then you subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the video. Win-win situation. So thank you guys. I love you all. Let me end the recording.